Hello Internet, Alex and Lewie here, and we have some AlNiCo's speakers for you.
We do.
You may have already seen a video that I think's already gone out of the AlNiCo 12s. Here we have the AlNiCo 10 with some 12s. So what we have down here is a upsetter and upsetter 110. You'll see that's quite unusual Tolex. That's a custom one for someone. It's staying here for a little while because he's on tour, so we're sending it when he's back. He's off to Australia in a few weeks' time. So that has a G10 Gold in, which is a 40 watt.
That's the 50 watt.
Yes,
yeah.
So this is a 40 watt, 98 dB sensitivity, 10-inch guitar driver with an AlNiCo magnet, which I presume is meant to sound quite like the 12-inch Gold.
One would think.
One would assume so, but in case it doesn't,
We've got a few more.
we've also got the blue over here, and which is the 15 watt original thing as used in all the Vox AC30s on those Queen albums. And then we have the cream down here, which is the high power 90 watt beast, which actually sounds more like the blue than the Gold does. That's what we established in another video.
We did. Hopefully, should just need these two. If Logic's anything to go by.
But we'll do a bit of. We have learnt that if you try to compare more than 3 drivers, you start to get really rapidly confused. But we may have to. So we'll see.
Yeah, we shall.
So Louie's playing the Sire Larry Carlton L7.
That is what it's called, yeah.
Yeah. Which we've had for about a week and a half.
Yep.
And is rather nice. And it's sufficiently nice that this committed bassist here keeps playing it. And I've never really got on with guitars. I've always found them annoyingly small. And I don't know. I think my understanding of harmony and music finally I understand why they're tuned so stupidly. It's actually not stupid at all.
It makes perfect sense.
I can't, yeah.
You guys with your
When you've
high
only got
C,
4 strings,
honestly.
it's really easy working with fourths, but yeah, God help me to play chords across 6 strings if you weren't tuned like that.
Wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah,
you guys all know this because you're watching this because you play guitar, but you know, I'm sorry, I've been playing bass for a long time and avoiding guitars because I wanted to do things my way. Anyway, let's hear this. So we're on the G10 Vintage, no, G10 Gold.
Gold, yeah,
G10
we're on the Gold, yeah.
10-inch Gold, 12-inch Gold. Yeah,
it's giving me, it's just Motown vibes, kind of Stax thing, I don't know why.
Pretty.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I like that a lot.
What are you hearing between the differences at the moment? I was focusing a lot on playing then, I won't lie.
It's a bit like what we heard with the G10 Vintage versus the Vintage 30.
Okay. Rounder, less bitey.
That's bigger. So the 12 is bigger. Weightier sounding.
Yeah, naturally.
It's richer. It's got a bit more bitiness to it, but a bit less air. I swear this seems to be a consistent thing, but obviously our sample size is very small. So let's do that again. Got lots of bits of plywood to do our subtitles. Right, so hang on. So this is the 10.
This is the 10, yeah?
Yeah.
the same difference.
Yeah, but not as big a difference.
No?
No, I think the V30 and the G10 Vintage were further apart than the 12 and the 10-inch Golds.
Sounds way bigger than it is, that driver.
Yeah.
It's great. I've been saying since we plugged in just before playing, I'm getting studio vibes. It's giving me that kind of like, I don't know, it feels studio more than it does live. I just want to play all those great recorded parts. I don't know if that's because a lot of those stuff was recorded on 10-inch drivers.
Go on, play that solo again. How hard can it be?
I'm not playing Kid Charlemagne on camera because it will go wrong. But yeah,
it was pretty bloody good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I instantly wanted to play that. I don't know. It's just got that kind of. I don't know.
I've almost got you into it.
It sounds so good. I just want to play it.
It's such a nice sound. It's got all the clarity you could need without any harshness, any nastiness. No hiss coming through. It's just, we're recording this with the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus because it's essentially like flat response room mic. So you're hearing the truth of what we're hearing in the room as much as possible. I felt that's more honest than sticking a mic on a specific spot on a speaker. I mean, it's not like we're short of these mics. They're everywhere in here. But yeah, I just feel that shows what's really going on. The reason that sounds bigger, big part of it, is that it's an AVD cab. Here's the back of another custom one. So there you go. There's a slot there which lets the sound through. It acts as a Helmholtz resonator at low frequencies like a ported cab, so you get bigger lows than in an open back cab, but then it takes the mids and highs out and diffracts them out round the room, and we end up with, due to precedence effect, you hear that as part of the sound. It's not like an echo or a reverb or a delay, it's just part of the sound but bigger. It does sound great, that.
Science.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we go to this really
sell
quickly?
About, what, 5 times as many 12-inch reformers as upsetters? 10 times as many?
And the rest, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Guys,
rarely see one come through.
Start buying the 10-inch cabs. They are really good. I mean, then again, they're actually cheaper, aren't they? So we'd make more money if you keep buying the 12-inch ones. But
buy what's right for you.
Buy what's right for you, but don't be... If you're curious about downsizing, if you're curious about sitting a different place in the mix, if you're curious about having a different sound to the norm, to convention, try them. Don't buy the 10-inch ones expecting them to sound identical to the 12-inch ones, but also don't write them off.
Not at all, because I won't lie, I played 212, and can we go just to this quickly, how I was just playing, because I want to see if it's as, well, nice. That's great. It's I don't know, it's a different thing.
I'm very impressed with that on those lead tones, because we were noticing with the ceramic two that we were comparing, the 10 and the 12, so the G10 Vintage and the Vintage 30, that the G10 Vintage was the rhythm speaker. It sounded really good in a lot of, particularly the style of stuff you were doing on it.
The disco kind of thing works really well,
It's the weight and the fatness and the smoothness and the richness worked really well on the lead parts, but I feel that one's winning on those sort of lead parts.
Yeah, agreed. 100%.
What do you want to try next? I'm curious. What, different sounds or different... Is it worth hearing how that sounds compared to a cream?
It might be closer, like we said.
Because the cream...
Let's stay clean, and I'll do some...
So still on the 10. And then...
It's not close.
Very hip.
Very nice. Yeah, it's not as close, but
That's bit. Oh,
I've really run out. As soon as you add one too many drivers, and your brain goes, "What?" They're That's great.
yeah.
The G10 Gold is awesome. I think that's what you can surmise from this video.
I can't even be bothered trying the blue.
No,
Do you want to try something dirty through it, or something heavier, or?
Should I just put a little bit of dirt and mud again through it? Are we in it at the moment?
Yeah. So, here's my thoughts on this.
Go on.
I think the gold in a 10 is really great for the studio-y sounding stuff, be it Motown or soul or
yeah, it's that mid-20th century
thing. I think it's really nice if you've got a bassist who makes quite a lot of noise and fills up space and isn't just plodding along below you.
Yeah.
And I suspect it would be really good in a 2-guitar band where you've got a guitarist with a more 12-inch richer sound and you can kind of slot across each other.
100%, yeah. Rhythm
Whilst I think if you're in a rock trio,
right,
stick particularly if you don't have like Jack Bruce or Geezer Butler on bass, like roaming all over the place and filling a lot of space, or Entwistle will say, go with the 12.
Yeah.
But if you want to leave room and slot round people in that studio way, in that 2-guitar band way, you know, in that dense mix of like keys and multiple guitars and, you know, horns and stuff.
That Jackson 5 I was playing, like there's a centre guitar, a right guitar and a left guitar on that track.
Right.
And Jameson filling out the bass, so like yeah, that's where it goes. And also lead stuff as well, It's awesome.
That's very good.
Loving it.
That's very good. It's comically light.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous. I can't tell you what it weighs. It's on our website. It is really light. I mean, this has got... I think this speaker weighs the same or about the same. You can see that I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just picking up. Look,
it's one finger. Stressful, is it?
It's the one finger guitar cab. Yeah.
It sounds that good.
So that's a G10 Vintage in there, and that's a G10 Gold. Awesome. Cool. We like that.
We do.
We like that. That's a very custom cab. Because he's actually got a different handle and the handles on the side of it because he wants to be able to put a head on the top that's too small to clear that handle.
Fair enough.
I can't remember what that finish is. It's some sort of snake. If you've ever seen a
maroon
snake.
I think.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
AlNiCo in a 10. It's good.
It is good.
We don't have much more to say. Thank you. We'll be back. Tell us what you'd like to hear more of, and we shall do your bidding. Goodbye. We have been barefaced.